What's your advice to those who take knowledge from the likes of Abu Taymiyyah and are sincerely looking for the truth? You don't take knowledge from people like Abu Taymiyyah. This man is an ignorant youth. This is the fitna of the internet, in that anyone can come along and he can market himself using Adobe Photoshop and YouTube, make himself out to be a grand sheikh and claim he's upon the way of the Salaf. And none of this is true. This is just a confused individual. He was a Sufi grave worshipper in Yemen. Then he spent some time with Al-Hajuri. Al-Hajuri kind of deviated, and then he spent some time defending Al-Hajuri for a while.
This man is a mubtadi'. He is an innovator outside of the da'ira of Ahlul Sunnati wal Jama'ah. I do not know a single alim today who praises him. But I can name to you nearly 40 scholars who have declared him to be munharif, a misguided, deviant. Why? Many things, my brothers and sisters. From them is his accusation against Uthman, that Uthman innovated into the religion a second adhan. He also said that the Sahaba radiallahu anhum participated in the assassination and the killing of Uthman. He wrote this in his book, Ahkam al-Jum'ah. Some of the scholars said that this Ahkam al-Jum'ah that he wrote, he has a whole chapter on the errors of the Sahaba. Who from Ahlul Sunnah is going to write a chapter on the errors and the defects of the Sahaba radiallahu anhum, except a man who has a sickness in his heart? He wrote a gift for the Rafida.
And then he was with some of these other people, Dawaman and some of the Medina.com people. And then more recently, he's found the tube. And what he does is he steals other people's speech and insight on issues and pretends he is the one who's basically coming out with them, right? So there's videos where, for example, he'll take word for word something from Andrew Tate.
A large contingent of people on Twitter, my brothers and my sisters, who cannot handle reading an opinion which differs from their own. And that is, of course, a degree of immaturity that we do not need adults to be functioning with in the modern world today, brothers and sisters.
There's a large contingent of people on Twitter who simply cannot handle reading an opinion which differs from their own, and that is a degree of immaturity that we do not need adults to be functioning with in the modern world.
Rattling off the intellectual observation, deceiving his audience into thinking that he's the one who's making this great intellectual insight about society and youth and whatever, and it's just word for word stealing it from Andrew Tate. This individual is just like a performance artist. They are good actors, how to put on the act and put on the show. If you look at his images of his YouTube videos, he'll have like Sheikh Albani here and Sheikh bin Baz or Sheikh Ibn Uthaymeen here in the background, and then him in the middle with the light on him. All of this is self-promotion. You don't need to listen to this man. You just need to just look at the images and what he's doing, and this is a clown from the very beginning. Their character is dishonest, and dishonesty is clear and apparent from what they do. They take other people's insights, works, observations, steal it word for word, and then try to pretend as if it's theirs, and then to build an image of oneself. So these type of pretenders have always existed throughout history, and the great danger today is that it's very, very, very easy to put on this type of show because the technology exists, the media exists. You can come across as a very, very learned person, and that's exactly what he's doing. He's taking advantage of the fact that many people have a thirst for knowledge, and it's like a huge open market, so to speak, that if you can position yourself in the right way and make yourself out to be whatever image you're presenting, you can get a large following. And that's exactly what people like Abu Taymiyyah have done. And there's others like him as well, Muhammad Hijab. This has all come about in the era of the tube, a tremendous tribulation of the age when you have everybody calling left, right and center, and you can't tell who's genuine, who's not genuine, because you don't know their history and the background. And so I advise you not to listen to people like this. And you don't need too much knowledge or intelligence to see through people like that, to be honest with you. You can just see the way the man is promoting himself. It doesn't fit with anything which is genuine, scholarly. It's very clear and apparent. So avoid these people.